The Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. Today we're going to be starting off with an Ironclad run. Okay, so we can remove a card. Probably want to remove a strike, but then we don't want to remove a strike because Gremlin Nod. 100 gold is good if we're forced into an early shop. Rare relics are great. This is almost certainly the pick. And trading up for a boss relic is quite bad. So let's take a look for a shop and see if we're forced into that. It's possible if we get a shop, then 100 gold is better. I'm honestly not sure if it's ever better. And there's no early shop, so the dream is dead. Lots of early elites. 2 paths with Elite Fire Elite. You can get both those paths with 3 fights and 2 question marks. So it's really just doing what question marks before the 3rd fight or after. And I think before is generally the correct answer, because you get gold and idol, and then you get extra gold at the fight. Or you get, like, you know, like a card reward or an upgrade or something, and then you're a little bit more powerful at the fight, so you lose a little bit less health. Okay, so after we do one of these 2, preferably this one, we could go to 3rd elite, either there. This one does force us into 2 shops, so we're probably not doing that one. So we go here, and then do 3 elites in the act. We do get an extra fire if we go left. Double shop is not terrible. It's possible we get, like, meal ticket, and those are actually really good. But probably not. Probably those are bad. Okay, so I think we're going to go right, which means we're going to start here. And we're going to take the rare relic, obviously. Stone Calendar. Okay. Pretty good against Hexaghost. Kind of happens at the exact turn when you want it to happen, which is nice. Good to kill the Acid Slime on turn 1. That's also nice. Things are nice. Nice. We would like to heal for all 6. We don't need to heal for any more than that, because we're at max health. So take 4 here, try to stay at max health at the end of the fight. Take 5 more, so I guess he's getting us a little bit. He's doing like 2 damage to us or something. Okay. 3 damage. Clothesline. It's a pretty good card. It blocks, but it also attacks. Makes it good against Gremlin Knob. Weak is particularly good against Hexaghost because he's got rounding problems on his multi-attacks. Depending on what our health is when we get there. It's also just big chunky attack, does 12 damage. Good with Snecko Eye. Iron Wave's a little bit weaker of a damage common. Doesn't do quite as much. Metallicize is an uncommon. It's also a power. I'm going to start doing exercise because I owe that. Get these in before Digital Charmander shows up. Makes it so I can't make the number go down. Okay. I think the presumption here is that we would pick Clothesline. Does anything about Stone Calendar tell us to pick Iron Wave or Metallicize? The Stone Calendar puts you in a very defensive position. You can sort of win hallway fights by playing passively and just waiting for it to go off. Which does say Metallicize is quite a bit better. Metallicize is a little bit like water, except it doesn't quite do as much. I've never been a huge fan of Metallicize. I think I'll take Clothesline. Clothesline does the same damage per energy as Strike, so just toss that in there. Alright, double strike. We could defend. Bash strike does 8 plus 9 damage, 17, so we'd have to get another strike in if we want to heal. If we want to kill him next turn. We heal for 2 net on the fight if we do that, and it's very likely to happen, so I think we're going to go for that. Okay, we'll do it. Almost full health. Potion percent back to 40. Early Rampage helps us build around a Rampage thing, gives us a plan for scaling. If we pick the Metallicize, we could pick Dual Wield, that'd be kind of fun. Hemokinesis is kind of an exciting card, but I think we'll pick the Rampage here. Get some Headbutts. Maybe. All uncommons. I don't like Hemokinesis at all. Hemokinesis is quite dangerous. Although with the Fear Pot, Hemokinesis does like 20 damage, which is kind of insane. 21 damage for 1 energy. But it also hurts you. And Rampage is a boss plan, so I'll take a boss plan. Face Trader. Nothing about Stone Calendar says Face Trader is good. Nothing about Rampage or Clothesline says Face Trader is particularly good. It is early. We're only going to. We are actually going to a couple more question marks. We're going to this one and then potentially these two. And question marks are good with Face Trader. I don't think so though. I think I will take the gold though. It doesn't look like we're going to a shop this act, but we're at full health, so if we lose 6 HP, we just sort of gain headroom for Burning Blood to heal us. Alright, we're going to have a Heartpool fight next floor, which is too bad. Okay. Taking a bunch of damage here. Not at all healing, like I was saying I was going to. Should be able to avoid taking any more damage in the fight, though. It's just a single mouse, after all. That'll do it. Okay. Back up to 59. Shrug It Off is excellent. Pretty happy to see a Shrug It Off here. It's our first defensive card. That's fine. Not too bad for a Heartpool fight. Oof, both attacking on turn 1 is kind of brutal, though. We could Fear Pot, Double Strike, Defend. Defend is always happening. I don't think we can afford to wait for Stone Calendar here. Which means we need Fear Pot right now. Fear Pot's never insanely good against an elite. This is a pretty dangerous fight, so I don't feel too bad spending it. It is a big resource, though. Let's try to take no more damage. Took a bunch on turn 1. Clothesline does 18, strikes doing 9, so it's the same. So we're doing like 27 damage, so we got him. This does 12, yeah. Okay. Alright, just keep cruising through this fight. Hopefully not taking any more damage. And next time we see Rampage is lethal. Okay. Ancient Pot is okay. Not too great. Thunderclap, Body Slam, Heavy Blade. Body Slam is kind of good with Stone Calendar because we want to like block a bunch so that we can get to turn 7 and then we can Body Slam with the block. We have Shrug It Off, so we kind of have some block. I think that's really what we're looking for, though. Thunderclap is an additional source of vulnerable. Helps remove artifact charges. Thunderclap Rampage is nice. Having extra vulnerable for our one big attack is a little multiplier. Doesn't seem really necessary, but I think I will take a Thunderclap. I think it's better than Skip. It's really good in Gang of Slimes, in particular. We're mostly worried about the next Elite, though. Maybe I take Heavy Blade, just for 14 damage? No, that's gotta be wrong, right? I think Thunderclap is wrong, too, though. There's nothing that is really, like, vulnerable. It's so good right now. And it does very little damage against, like, Gremlin Knob. So I guess that's good. Alright, Longbow one. Hey, Rampage, turn 1. That's great. So basically just want to wait until we can draw back into Rampage. He's waking up no matter what we do this turn, so we might as well wake him up with a strike. Let's see. We're gonna drink the Ancient Pot this fight. We're already up to turn 4. So we're probably killing him with Stone Calendar on turn 7. So I think we're just trying to preserve health during the first cycle. Okay, that's the next block for that turn, taking 10. Stone Calendar goes off the next turn. We're not quite there, but now we're there. Okay. Not too bad. Probably still gonna have to rest, but... Juzu Bracelet for our trouble. Hey, there's a Feel No Pain. Pretty speculative Feel No Pain at the moment. We do have a Rampage, so exhausting lots of cards means that we can play lots of Rampages, which I think is a pretty reasonable plan. Feel No Pain also just, like, is an insane standalone card against Sentries, which is 50% of the next Elite fights, which is the next fight. So if we can get away with an Act 1 Feel No Pain that doesn't feel super speculative, I think we do it. Feel No Pain is a pretty constrained resource for a lot of Ironclad decks. You end up wanting a Feel No Pain most of the time, so I think we're pretty happy to see one here. I do think we rest here. We don't have any upgrades that are, like, super necessary. Rampage is probably the top of the list. And then, like, maybe Clothesline or Bash. But I think rest is better. Okay, here's the fight where Feel No Pain is great. Shrug it off first. We have to play Feel No Pain because of Dazes, so we can't skip that. Not optional. Double Defend is always happening, and I guess Strike for the last energy. Double Defend again. Killing that front sentry way too slow, but we have shuffled, so maybe we'll get some Dazes in a block. That's what I asked for. Just getting beat up a little bit. Should survive for Stone Calendar to end of the fight for us. It looks like we're killing him before the next attack, hopefully. So he dies. We block for 9. And this Rampage doesn't matter because Stone Calendar is going off next turn. Okay, good fight. Not a ton of health lost. Ooh, Mummified Hand. Okay. Well, I guess we definitely should have picked the whatchamacallit, the Metallicize. Although we would have taken some more damage if we didn't have that one card available. Clothesline. Actually, would we have? Because we used Clothesline, I think, only once for block. We used it for block in Lagavulin fight. It saved us 5 health there, but Metallicize saves us 4 health, so... yeah, I think we'd be in a better place if we take a Metallicize. So we definitely want to do some power synergy stuff if we can. Mummified Hand is great for that. Dual Wield gets so much better with Mummified Hand. Because you can, you know, make a copy of a power, play another power, and then play whatever 2 other cards are free. pretty insane. So not only do you get two powers, you get a 5 energy turn dual wield. Burning Pact is also nice. We've got a Feel No Pain, so anything that says exhaust on it has got our attention. And Sword Boomerang is a really good card. The sort of like Aleph 0 strategy for Ironclad is get a bunch of strength and Sword Boomerang slash Heavy Blade people. We don't really have any indication that we have strength accessible. Although we do have a Mummified Hand, so if we get an Inflame, there's a good chance we're picking that. But we don't have that yet, and these two are uncommons, so maybe we pick them over a common. Burning Pact goes a lot harder into the Rampage package. It's like, thins your deck, draws you towards Rampage. Gets rid of burns from the Hexaghost fight. Whereas dual wield is, again, quite speculative, right? Like, we don't have enough powers to actually support dual wield right now. Although, it is worth noting that we can make a big Rampage and then dual wield it and play it twice. And it does copy the existing Rampage's damage. So if we get Rampage up to like 40 damage and then make a copy of it, we're doing 80 damage in a turn with dual wield, which is quite nice. So saying that dual wield does not play into the Rampage plan is incorrect. I think we're just going to take Burning Pact, though. Burning Pact is a better card in general. And dual wield frequently just does nothing, and it sits in your hand and you're sad. Alright. So we do have some money. We were considering if we want to go to this this left guy. Get an extra fire. I think if we'd taken, like, Searing Blow, we would go here. We haven't taken Searing Blow, though. Going to 2 shops, though, means we have 2 opportunities to get a guaranteed power. So we can get a power at this one, save enough money to get a power at that one. And then get an extra fire. Versus getting an elite and getting 2 extra question marks, basically. Yeah, they've got the same number of... I guess, so we're trading 2 question marks for 2 shops, and then we're trading 1 fight for 1 fire. Because this right path has 2 fights, this left path has an extra fire. Well, fight for fire is obviously really good, right? So that's a huge boost to the left path. But then 2 question marks for 2 shops is quite bad. I would much rather have 2 question marks. We will go left, though. The fires are not, like, super bad. And the question marks, honestly, aren't that great, right? It's just, like, we get Golden Idol, we could get, like, the Wheel of Chance, we could get 12-card pickup. You know, there's a bunch of just random garbage. We already got Face Trader, so one of the bad ones out of the way. We do have some money, so, like, I don't feel terrible going to a shop. Let's do it. Let's go left. Mercury Hourglass. Well, that goes quite well with Stone Calendar. Maybe this ends up being a barricade deck. These are very barricadey relics, because we got Mummified Hands, so playing an expensive power is a little bit easier. Mercury Hourglass and Stone Calendar both want us to take fights extremely slowly. So, I don't know. I guess we don't have any cards that support barricade. I feel the pick kind of does, but we also don't have a barricade, which is kind of an important part of the barricade plan. There's a Dead Branch that we are missing. That is not available. Inflame is probably a buy. With a Mummified Hand, Inflame is certainly quite good. I think we're going to skip the Immolate. Immolate is obviously a great card. But we want to be buying a power at the second shop. And powers are going to cost, like, up to 100, sometimes more, right? Because it could be like a demon form or something at the second shop. In which case it'll cost like 200 or something. So if we spend 229 gold here, We're only going to have like 32 left. And then we do have an elite fight in the middle, so we're going to get like 30 gold or something. But then we're going to go to the next shop with 50. And that's like enough to buy a potion, but not much else. So we could buy like Inflame Exhume. We don't have anything we currently want to exhume, but we do have a Feel No Pain, and we'll probably get something we want to exhume. Really good with like apparitions, or you know, what's that card called? Impervious. So these cost 162, so we'd have like 99 left over. So that's probably not enough for card remove, because I want to leave about 100. So that I can go to the fight, go to the next shop, and buy another power. Okay. Great, it is Gremlin now. Turn 1 Rampage is nice. Probably using the Ancient Pot in this fight, both because we don't want to be vulnerable and because we're probably going to get another potion reward during the act. Is that true? Yeah, we've got another fight too, so even if this doesn't give a potion, this probably will. Because we've only gotten the 2 potions so far in the act. We've done... no, that's not true. We got 3 potions. We got 1 on the 2nd floor. So we were down back down to 40% here. Neither of these were fights. Oh wait, one of them was. So 50%, 60, 70, 80, so 90, so minus 20. So we're down to 70%. So yeah, we're almost certainly getting a potion. Okay. So I think Clothesline over Bash. It both does more damage right now and reduces damage this turn and next turn. And then we're not going to spend the last energy. Okay. Bash Rampage might be lethal. So it's 8, so he's down to 18. And Rampage is going to do an extra 6 damage. So it's going to do 19. Yep, lethal. Ooh, meat on the bone. We're right near that half health point too. We're actually right on half health. So if we can finish the next fight without losing any health, we're in really good shape. Evolve is excellent. Both against Hexaghost and in general, especially in the context of Feel No Pain and Mummified Hand. So we definitely have to get to Evolve, right? There was a Panacea at that shop, and I considered buying it for a second. If I'd bought it, then Flex would be the card we were looking for. But we didn't do that, so it's not. Alright, second shop. What do you got for me? Another Evolve. I don't know if we want 2 of them. Actually, what is our limit for Evolves? Because maybe it's like 4. I'm actually not really sure with like Mummified Hand and we don't have any status generators, but there's a Wild Strike right there. We can't quite afford Evolve Wild Strike True Grit, which would be my preference. So if we eventually get a what is it called, Second Wind, then like Evolve Wild Strike Second Wind is like such a combo with the Feel No Pain especially. Panache would be good if we could afford it. A zero cost thing that makes something else zero cost also. Yeah, you know, the Mummified Hand makes it so that it's basically energy manipulation, right? Like we can, if there's a bunch of powers in our hand, we can probably play our whole hand in a lot of cases, and so Evolve is letting us draw more cards and make that more powerful. There's a little bit of a danger in building too much around Mummified Hand, because your deck has to actually do something once you're set up. You can't just be like, look at how good I am at setting up, right? So we do have to kind of remember that we're trying to be a Rampage deck at the end of the day. So we want to get to a thin deck that plays Rampage a bunch, is the goal. So I think True Grit Evolve is better than True Grit, or sorry, Evolve True Grit is better than Evolve Wild Strike, despite the fact that we don't have anything to evolve into currently. Maybe that's not true. Maybe our limit for evolves is 1. We need an expensive card. We need like a Demon Form or like a Heavy Blade or something to hit with the Mummified Hand. There's a Shockwave here. Do evolve Shockwave. It also says Exhaust on it. Shockwave's a great card. Gives us a payoff for Mummified Hand. It sort of aligns well with Mummified Hand too, because Mummified Hand, like, you can only power it while you've got powers, and that's like pretty much just the first shuffle. But Shockwave you can only play once, so Shockwave also gives us something to get with Exhume. Yeah, okay. So evolve Shockwave then? Seems really good. Wait, why are we taking the evolve? We've already got an evolve. Do we really want 2? We don't have anything that generates statuses. Is this insane? I'm gonna go to the bathroom and be right back. I wish that OBS had a pause button so I could like keep writing to the same video file, but like stop writing to it for a second and then start writing again. Because like, I'm not gonna edit bathroom breaks out of a YouTube video because I'm way too lazy and my YouTube backlog is very long, but like, it would be nice to not have them in there. Actually, can we afford Shockwave Evolve? I think we can't. Yeah, we can't. Okay, so that takes that off the table. So if we buy Shockwave, we basically can't afford anything else. We have like 38 gold left. Yeah. Shockwave is still really good, though. Maybe we just buy Shockwave. Yeah, we've already got an Evolve. I don't think we really need a second one. We could do Evolve Card Remove. That helps us turbo and gets rid of cards. Man, the Evolve, like, Dark Embrace Second Wind thing, it'd be so good if we could pull it off with Rampage. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Evolve Card Remove. Is that better than Evolve True Grit? True Grit's kind of like a card remove, but you can sometimes do it more than once. Sometimes it hits the wrong thing. I don't know, man. This is tough. Yeah, let's do Evolve True Grit. I think Evolve True Grit leans hardest into the Second Wind thing. Alright. We're pretty comfortable health total. So I think we're just going to smith a Evolve? Maybe, no, probably Inflame, huh? Or maybe Rampage. Or True Grit. There's a lot of good options, actually. Okay, best options are Evolve, Inflame, Rampage, True Grit. And then, like, second tier is, like, Feel No Pain, Exhume, Burning Pact. And, like, third tier is, like, Bash, Clothesline, Shrug It Off. And the fourth tier is Strike and Defend. Okay. Yeah, let's go with Rampage. We're, like, just about to do a boss fight, so we might as well get our scaling up. Alright. Although we do have a hardpool fight before then. Let's do Feel No Pain, Burning Pact, and draw a Defend. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess we get 2 strikes then. We're gonna go up to the Cultist. They scale up really quickly, so pretty important that we get him dead. Clothesline and then Defend, and then if we draw triple strike, we kill him. We can also kill him with Inflame Rampage Strike. Yeah, that's exactly 18. Okay. Inflame Strike is not enough, though. Let's see what Inflame hits. It hits the strike. What is an option for Exhume? We could Exhume a Bash? No, Exhume is too expensive. I think we just defend True Grit. Try to minimize the damage. Okay. Now we kill you and block you forever. Alright, so we end at 31 and heal for 16. We actually end up a little bit too high on our health here. We're gonna go past 48. Reckless Charge is amazing. It's tough to pass a limit break, though. But Reckless Charge is like dead center of the synergy package we're building around. It's like, it procs Feel No Pain, it procs the 2 Evolves. It costs 0, so you can't hit it with Mummified Hand. Yeah, I think we pretty much have to pick Reckless Charge, unfortunately. Limit Break is great. We're not strength scaling. We don't have any... I guess we have Inflame. Honestly, Armaments is kind of nice too. We have a lot of upgrades we need. But I think Reckless Charge is just too good. Alright, we definitely don't want more health, so an upgrade is it, I think. I could see Inflame being good enough. Inflame and Evolve, I think, are the top of the list here. Maybe True Grit, actually. We're about to go into a fight where we're getting burns, so it's really important that we're able to True Grit specifically the burns. Inflame doesn't actually affect our scaling very much, because most of our scaling is Rampage. It is also really important to get True Grit upgraded, or else it puts you in really awkward spots later. Okay. True Grit's quite a beast in this deck. After you get Feel No Pain down, True Grit is 1 mana block for 12 and get rid of a card you don't want. I guess Feel No Pain double strike. Oof. 5 times 6, that's a lot of damage. Clothesline's really good. So it's probably Clothesline Defend. Actually, no, we can play it all. So we can double defend and then Inflame hits Clothesline. Thanks, Mummified Hand. We do have been picking 8 though. Which is a bit. We can do the same trick here. We have to play Bash last, which is awkward, but if we play Strike, Rampage, Evolve, and Bash for free. We're not missing out on that much damage from the Vulnerable. Not super excited to draw any of these this turn, and pretty excited to draw both of them next turn. So I guess I'll just, well, I have to block though, so I'll shrug it off. Draw one of them. See what the Evolve hits. Play the Free Strike, and then I guess block out. Right. Haha, look at that. Okay. Trigger the burn is always happening. So we're blocked out, so now we just play attacks. Let's see, can we afford to shrug it off? No, because we could draw a Rampage. That's a disaster. Should have done it earlier in the turn, but... Okay, there's Rampage. We can Bash Rampage. We're going a little bit slow here. We could Rampage Burning Pact and try and turbo through the deck a little faster. Bash Rampage is pretty good damage though. Don't mind that. All right. It's probably just like Clothesline Defend. He's hurting us. This is the turn before he shifts too. Alright, bringing back the burn is always happening, I think. Oops, I should have played Reckless Charge first. But whatever. Getting close. I think we're gonna get there in time. We're gonna draw basically a full hand next turn. So we should make it. Just gonna draw one attack. Yep, there we go. Excellent. Juggernaut is a kind of expensive power. It goes really well with Feel No Pain and this whole archetype. Juggernaut can be a really big card. Helps turn our scaling defenses into scaling offense. Immolate helps us self-status so that we can activate Evolves on our own. We've already got Reckless Charge for that, which does a way better job. But Immolate is an amazing card. Tough to criticize Immolate. Corruption helps us, is expensive, so we can decost it with Mummified Hand. And just like get rid of all the stuff in our deck that isn't Rampage, basically. So if we pick Corruption, the only cards that stay in the deck are the 5 strikes, which we can hopefully get rid of, some of them. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 other cards. So that ends up being 9-card deck, which is pretty good for what's it called? Rampage. Drawing Rampage every other turn. If we can get it down to 5 cards, drawing Rampage every turn. Actually, you know, if we can get it down to like, what would it be? 7 cards, as long as we're generating 2 statuses a turn. Okay, so if we get both evolves upgraded, and then we can have a we can only draw 10 cards a turn, right? So if we draw, if we have 2 upgraded evolves and we draw 1 status per turn, then we're drawing sort of 8 non-status cards. So if we get down to an 8-card deck with 2 upgraded evolves, we can draw the whole thing every turn as long as we're generating 1 status with Reckless Charge. That is a little bit random because the status has to be in the top 5 or else the evolves don't go. So you can get a little bit chuggy there where the motor doesn't quite turn over, or the engine doesn't quite work. But that's, I mean, that's a really good outcome. So I'm not too bothered by that. So I think there's a plan for all of these. I think all of these are pickable, and they send us in very different directions too. I'm gonna have to think about this for a second. And while I do, might as well lift some weights. Okay, let's think more about what Juggernaut looks like when it works. So the ideal Juggernaut deck is we play a bunch of powers, and then on some turn we draw a power and a Juggernaut. We can use the power to decost the Juggernaut, play the whole hand for free, so we don't lose too much tempo while we're playing the expensive power. And then we get like a Dark Embrace and Feel No Pains and like 3 more copies of Reckless Charge. And we go off by exhausting a bunch of cards. And like playing Shrug-It-Offs. Probably want to end up being a 5 energy deck with a lot of card draw, lots of Shrug-It-Offs. We've already got the 2 evolves, so we should be pretty set on card draw if we get a couple of Shrug-It-Offs. And we end up blocking for 50 a turn and attacking random targets for maybe another 50. That's a pretty good outcome. That's a heart killer for sure, if we can make it work. It's a little weak in hallway fights because there's a lot of setup. And we're not going to be able to farm HP with bites because we have Stone Calendar. Juggernaut's pretty compatible with Stone Calendar and Mercury Hourglass, just sitting around plinking people away while blocking. Corruption is a totally different beast. Corruption is just like, we're going to burn the deck down, and by the time Stone Calendar goes off, we're going to be doing a Rampage combo every turn, and not blocking at all, basically. Or blocking for, like, 3 or something. It's a little scary. It's definitely, you can definitely kill the heart with that too, but we're gonna have to find some other way of blocking if we pick Corruption. We're gonna have to find a lot of status generators and a lot of card exhausters. But like, you know, we don't have to go nuts when we pick Corruption, right? Like, when we pick Corruption, every card exhausts. So if we get like another copy of Feel No Pain, then like our defends are blocking for 11. So we just sort of like parcel out our statuses to block as needed. Until there's nothing left in the deck except Rampage. So we're sort of like shifting the deck from defensive to offensive over the course of the fight. So we have to like really time it correctly if we want to like kill the heart without dying. This archetype is also quite slow. Although the turn when you play Corruption tends to be really good because we have Mummified Hand, so we can like play Corruption, decost something, draw some cards, play them all because they're statuses, right, or they're skills. We need to find some skill-based card draw, more Shrug-It-Offs. Both of those archetypes want Shrug-It-Offs. Okay, and then Immolate is way more hallway focused. Immolate is like not going to kill the heart, Although it is okay against Act 4 elites. It's a status generator, which is good for our evolves. It just wins you fights. You know, it makes us take less damage in fights. But yeah, I don't think we really need that, right? Like, we're healing for 16 per fight with the Burning Blood and Meat on the Bone. So I really do think we can afford to, like, set up one of these slower plans. And I think it's going to be Juggernaut. Because we've already got a Feel No Pain. And it seems like we're in a really good situation to abuse a Juggernaut. So let's try it. I have lost a lot of Juggernaut runs, though. Snecko Eye is great, a lot of card draw. It's pretty good with Mummified Hand, because you know, your power costs get randomized, and then you could set other things to costing 0. It's quite terrible with Reckless Charge. It makes Reckless Charge cost more than 0 usually, which is really unfortunate. Ectoplasm, I think, is a no. At least not against Snecko Eye. They're both kind of energy relics. If I knew it was getting Snecko Eye, the Corruption would have been a lot better. Corruption and Snecko Eye is quite a good combo. We didn't know that. Tiny House is good. All the things that Tiny House do are positive, so it's probably better than Ectoplasm, which might reduce our win rate. Versus Skip. Tiny House definitely increases it. But I think they're both pretty poor in comparison to Snecko Eye. One concern about Snecko Eye is we did just take a Juggernaut, so we've increased our chance of dying like early in Act 2. I wouldn't say like significantly, but like we're pretty bad at Act 2 hallway fights. And to be honest, Act 2 elite fights. And Snecko Eye sort of compounds that, so we like, on a bad Snecko Eye turn, we could definitely die to Slavers. Despite the 16 healing per fight, or 18 healing per fight. But I think we pick Snecko Eye, and, you know, if we can make it works great, and we've got lots of card draw with the Evolves and the Snecko Eye, and we draw a 10-card hand every turn, we've got enough low-cost stuff that we can play things. Mummified Hand helps us play the hand too. It's going to be very random, though. We're going to be very dependent on Snecko Eye behaving, and Mummified Hand hitting good targets. But I think we can make it work. Collector. Not looking for a shop. In fact, we're looking to dodge shops. Wow, look at this route. There's 6 question marks in a row there. That's insane. If we really wanted to find bites, we could definitely find them there. And it does look like we're going to start on that route, because we don't want to go to these shops, and you're forced into one if we go left, so we're going right. Probably looking for 2 elites at least. The only way to get 3 is to go left. Maybe we do go left. Is that crazy? We could pull the little shenanigan of looking for powers at shops again. Get a Metallifos or something. We could go to this guy and then that guy. Yep. We could only get 2 unless we're willing to do the Mega. Maybe we are willing to do the Mega. The Mega's late in the act, so we have a good chance to set up for him. And there's a fire right before him, so we could go fire Mega Elite Shop. I think let's plan on that. It's 2 fights, so that's the easy pool. 3 question marks, it's kind of ideal. Fire before the first Elite. Also, the pathing's pretty nice, because like when we're here, we can be like, oh no, we got really messed up by this fight or something, or maybe 3 fights in a row or something somehow. So we could choose to divert away. And then even here, we could be like, well, I'm really low on health, so I'll go for this hallway fight rather than the elite. But maybe even here, we would go for the fire, but whatever. All right, first Snecko Eye fight, always a little bit fraught. Let's see what Inflame hits. I guess we're just playing the whole hand. Except we don't. There's no reason to play those 2, so we won't. I guess we're playing the Evolve, hoping it's something expensive. It hit the Bash. Nice. Alright, well, I wanted to play the Bash anyway. Let's play the other Evolve, see what it hits. Fair enough. Alright, this fight should be super easy, because we have 2 Evolves and she's putting statuses in the deck. 3 mana Juggernaut's not very helpful. And Feel No Pain's on the bottom of the deck. I think we play Juggernaut anyway. I think we play Juggernaut defend. Maybe just double defend. Double defend, take 2. Doesn't seem like we need Juggernaut to kill her. Looks like we're doing a pretty good job of that on our own. It also guarantees the next hand is like a bunch of dazes and a Feel No Pain, which is pretty good. Alright, we killed her just as we set up the combo. There's power through, that's a wound generator, or status generator. It seems like that's in the deck for sure. We need more ways to block. Explosive Potion is pretty good in Act 2. But I like this Flex Pot Skill Pot thing we got going. Yeah, I think Explosive Potion is probably better than Flex Pot. We don't ever, like, play 8 attacks in a turn or anything like that. So I think Explosive Potion is probably good. Good against Gremlin Leader. Ritual Dagger. It's hard to pull off Ritual Dagger because our block also attacks, right? Because of Juggernaut. I guess we can just not play Juggernaut in hallway fights. This is a pretty early Ritual Dagger, which means it's probably pretty good. It's also just nice to have like a front-loaded sort of answer plan for late hallway fights, because currently we're planning on this Rampage combo really hard and like doing all these powers and stuff, but it'd be really nice to have a Ritual Dagger just be like, this fight is over. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we can go to a library. Well, there's not much healing. We can only heal for 7, so I guess we'll read. We might get like a demon form or something. That'd be nice. Shrug It Off is excellent. There's a second win. There's an Inflame too. I think we're probably most excited about Second Wind. Second Wind is absolutely bonkers with the Feel No Pain Juggernaut thing, so we like very much need one. So I'll take it. Alright, let's take our second hallway fight. Okay. Inflame is always getting played. So let's play first. Decosting Spook. Rude. We're hoping to hit True Grit with the Evolve. But it's a 50-50. If we don't get it, we might exhaust the True Grit to the Burning Pact. Maybe I should have exhausted the Strike to the Burning Pact before I played the first power. Oh, we did hit the True Grit. Great. Okay, so we'll weaken you and punch you. And then I guess we're going to Burning Pact and Exhume, hoping to draw 0-cost stuff. Oh, crap. Well, now I can't play the True Grit, or else I'm sacrificing the first Ritual Dagger proc. I could Skill Pot and just throw away whatever's in the Skill Pot to True Grit. Or maybe the Skill Pot blocks for more. This was poorly planned. Alright, I think we're just giving up a Ritual Dagger proc. Too much damage. Okay. Let's play Field No Pain and see what we hit. Reckless Charge. Alright, so ideally we end up at 34. Oh wait, he's not attacking anymore, so that's not going to happen. Drat. Bash, strike. Does some damage. I don't think we're getting there. Well, actually, this is 15. Oh yeah, we are getting there. Okay, great. Hey, there's a Dark Embrace. Look at that. That's amazing. Entrench is interesting. If we had Barricade. Surprise Shop. Oh no, we're missing Medical Kit. Ah! Medical Kit would be so good in this deck. Oh my god. Can't believe we're skipping Medical Kit. Well, that hurts. Fire Breathing's okay. It's a Mummified Hand deck, so cheap powers. Or, I mean, it's not cheap, it's a Snecko Lab deck, too, so powers are good. I'm not sure how willing we are to pick Havoc. I've had Havoc lose me runs too many times to be super excited about it. We have a Ritual Dagger and a Rampage, so I don't think we're too excited about Havoc. If we pick Fire Breathing, we can't have Dark Shackles, which is another card. Seems pretty exciting here. We can't afford both. We also can't afford Fire Breathing card remove. We're off by 12 or 11 or something. 10, maybe. I guess we just play Fire Breathing. Man, I can't believe we're missing Medical Kit. God. I think I just wish it wasn't even offered, you know? Like, if it was never offered in the run, I could be like, oh, we didn't get Medical Kit. But now it's like, we went to a question mark that turned out to be a shop, and we opened it without thinking about, hey, do we have enough money to buy whatchamacallit? Vendor Relic? We didn't. I think I've done this science before, but if I, like, just leave, if I restart the floor and don't open the shop, do I get the same, I know I don't get the same shop at the next one, but do I get the same relics? I think no. I think it just rolls them, whether you open the shop or not. Very upsetting. Dark Shackles is a more effective defensive card than Fire Breathing, but it doesn't. What the fuck is happening? Somebody's doing something weird with a truck right outside my house. Yeah, I guess we'll take Fire Breathing, right? I don't know. Is Fire Breathing good? It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it does much. I'm just imagining doing 6 AoE damage like 3 times a turn to the heart, and it's just like, okay, you did 18 damage. And like, I get it, every damage matters, but like, it's just not very much. Alright, I take it. Very upsetting shop. I probably want to get the Juggernaut upgraded. Maybe Ritual Dagger since we just got it and haven't procced it yet. Dark Embraces upgrade doesn't matter. Second Wind is a good upgrade. Evolves are good. Feel No Pain's good. Let's take Ritual Dagger. Get it going. Alright, it is Book of Stabbing. Not a good fight for Ritual Dagger, unfortunately. Let's shrug it off first and see what we get. And see what Juggernaut decosts. Okay. Oh wait, maybe that order was bad, huh? Do we save Ritual Dagger? No. Okay. So let's see what Dark Embrace decosts. Ooh, now we can't play Evolve. I guess I'll just play all the cards that I am allowed to play. Actually, do I want to play Second Wind? I would exhaust these 3 cards. Actually, that draws 3 cards. I'm not super upset about losing any of these. We can exhume back the Ritual Dagger, get a second shot at that. We're gonna just play it right now. He's hitting for 21, so we can afford to block more. The more statuses are not a bad thing. So we have Fire Breathing, and we didn't play the first evolve, so we definitely have to play the second one. I think I will take the damage again. All right, so this is not optional. So we can't play Feel No Pain unless we. Unless Evolve decosts it, basically. Oh, it did. Great. Oh, an Inflame, too. Alright, we get the whole hand. Alright. Stab her down. Uppercut's good. There's a second copy of Entrench. Man. Could have had 2 of them. Do we add Uppercut to this deck? No. I think most of our damage is Juggernaut, and then some of it is Rampage, and some of it's Ritual Dagger. I don't think there's really room for an Uppercut here. Making people weak is nice, but we have the Clothesline. Making people vulnerable is nice, but we have a Bash. I think we're desperate for anything Uppercut does. And the deck is 28 cards, and anything we add to it makes Rampage worse. So we'll skip. Man, Snecko Eye Gambling Chip is so clutch. I love that combo. This costs 3, so does that. We don't need that immediately. This is a garbage card. 1 cost match is fine. Okay, that's free. Probably gonna play the True Grit, I guess, on the Evolve, because everything else is free. Oh wait, no, Evolve hits True Grit, so then we exhaust Exhume. No, we have to get a Ritual Dagger proc in this fight, right? Oh wait, we can Ritual Dagger and then Exhume the Ritual Dagger. That's sneaky. Is that lethal? No. 25 plus 10 is also not lethal. Let's drink the Skill Pot. I don't really want to take 24. Maybe Havoc makes it lethal. But Ghostly Hour does block for a bunch. What can Havoc hit? Rampage. Strike, clothesline. Clothesline's probably lethal. Alright, we'll give it a shot. Okay. Alright, and then we're gonna hold the Ritual Dagger. We have to get it procced at some point. Okay. Alright, so now he's nice and low for next time we see Ritual Dagger. We've got to be really careful we don't kill him. Oh no, we're gonna kill him on accident. God. Why is this game so hard? Shockwave's excellent. We have Snecko Eye and Feel No Pain and stuff, so that's definitely in. Pen Nip, sure. Alright, none of this expensive stuff. In fact, just none of this, right? Well, Burner Pack for 0 is pretty good. We can make... We want to make Feel No Pain hit evolve. But we could... But if we trigger it at strike, then we can't. We don't have enough energy left. So I guess we have to Burning Pack the strike. But then we could draw more stuff for evolve to hit. Yeah, and we did. Alright, well. That one's more important. Okay, we don't have to play Power Through because nobody's attacking us. We could play it if we just want the statuses. We haven't played an Evolve, so I don't think that's a good idea yet. Evolve costs 1 here. There's no master plan that involves Evolve hitting Inflame and Inflame hitting Clothesline, but it could happen randomly. So I'll play Evolve first and hit Defend. Okay, well Defend's fine too. We obviously want to weaken the leader. And then we'll put some damage into the Shield Gremlin. A bunch of expensive powers this turn. So which one is most important? I think Juggernaut is the most important, so let's play Juggernaut. Defend can hit the Shield Gremlin, it doesn't. I guess we'll miss Ritual Dagger again. Okay, Rampage is getting played. The only non-zero cost card in the hand is Inflame, so we should play Shrug It Off to draw before we play Evolve to decost one of these two. Alright. Not attacking this turn, so we don't have to worry too much about blocking. We do have the Power Through Second Wind thing, which might actually be lethal with Juggernaut. Oh wait, we don't have enough energy for that. Just Second Wind does quite a bit. We haven't played Dark Embrace, so it doesn't draw any cards. We could Burning Pact and then Second Wind. We have Pen Nib up and Vulnerable, so this does quite a bit of damage, 42. Let's go ahead and exhaust the Bash and see if we can find anything fun. So Second Wind is currently exhausting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, so it would block for 30. I believe it blocks for 30 all at once, so it doesn't trigger Juggernaut 6 times. Although the exhausting of the cards does trigger Feel No Pain 6 times, which does trigger Juggernaut 6 times. But it's going to be 7 procs, not 12. So 7 procs of 5 damage is 35. Pretty respectable, but not actually as much as the Clothesline, which also develops weak. And we don't lose fire breathing and stuff, so let's do the Clothesline. There's Dark Embrace, so we can Dark Embrace Second Wind, draw some cards. Let's see what the D cost hits. Fire breathing. Okay, I guess we're playing that for free too. Alright, hopefully we'll draw some free stuff. Strike blocks a little bit here. Alright, I think that was the best turn, but I'm not sure if we are surviving that. Looks like we probably are. Maybe I should have used the explosive pop that turn. Seems like it would have been good. Rampage Clothesline is probably lethal with the explosive pop. 26 plus 14 is 40, so yes, it would be lethal. We also have Stone Calendar going off this turn, so we can actually just press end turn. Second copy of Dark Embrace seems good. Rupture would be a way we could stack up some strength, particularly if we get Necronomicon and Blue Candle. But I think Dark Embrace is very good. This relic setup. Alright, surely we can proc Ritual Dagger in this fight. Of all fights. We're actually going to keep the power through. I'm going to get rid of the strike even though it costs 0. Okay. Alright, so we're going to play Juggernaut first, and hopefully decost Feel No Pain and miss. But now we can play Strike, Evolve to guaranteed decost Feel No Pain. We could Exhume just to exhaust it for 3 block and 5 random damage. But Exhume could let us double proc Ritual Dagger in this fight, so I think we'll wait for that to happen. Dark Embrace Second Wind draws a ton of cards and does a bunch of AoE damage. Not sure if we want to do a ton of AoE damage. Let's play this, see what it decosts the Second Wind. That's the True Grit. Alright, well let's just True Grit the Dark Embrace. Let's see where we go from there. Yeah, any more AoE damage is going to potentially kill him, which is not what we want. But I guess we do want to block for, they're hitting for 20. So we'll go ahead and Second Wind. Oh wow, it didn't kill him. That's amazing. Alright, so put some damage into Shell Parasite. Ritual Dagger is still pending, right? Oh no, it's gone. Oh. We just didn't play it. Oh, that's right. It was in the gambling chip. I remember now. I guess he's dying to this thingy. Right. Well, we still got one more we could get. Shockwave is always happening. Let's do that now. I guess Shrug it off. This hits. Ooh, the fire breathing. Alright. So we get 2 more defends if we want them. Yeah, we do. Okay. We are really struggling here to contain our damage until we can get to the Ritual Dagger. Because we want to block, but we don't want to block so hard we kill him. Oh no, we've drawn Ritual Dagger. Oh my god. We could exhume this power, which could theoretically hit Ritual Dagger, but we can't play the power either. What a nightmare. I was thinking we could draw a 0-cost power, maybe. Maybe we can somehow avoid killing him this turn. No, definitely not. Darn. Is Whirlwind good enough to pick? Whirlwind tends to be good in Snecko Eye decks because it has a reliable cost. But I don't think we need that. I think Fire Breathing is filling that niche. So we're just gonna skip it. Let's go ahead and rest and fight the Mega Elite. I think we're ready. We're in pretty good shape. Maybe in the Mega Elite fight we can get a Ritual Dagger proc. Regenerating Book of Stabbing is not a big deal. Keep the 0-cost stuff and the power. Okay, play the whole hand. Works for me. Alright, got Pen Nib coming up. Keep playing these 0-cost powers, I suppose. Let's draw a card, see if it's a big attack. We could use it to draw. It would only draw 2 cards, though. So I think we're just gonna defend here. It also blocks for 10, I suppose. Actually blocks for 16. I guess that's worth doing. Oh, hey. 0 mana Juggernaut. And then we do get a big attack on the Pen Nib. Neat. Alright, maybe by the time we draw back to Ritual Dagger, he'll just magically be at the right health total. I think Ritual Dagger was a mistake here. I don't have any ability to control my damage. We don't have enough. Oh, we do have enough energy to exhume Dark Embrace, huh? So exhume Dark Embrace has a 50% chance of decosting Rampage, which would be nice. We also just draw extra cards. I guess it's less than 50 because we drew a card from exhausting the card that got us back to whatever. Alright. Probably looking for Ritual Dagger this turn. Didn't find it. Although we found Second Wind. Which probably blocks out. So he's hitting for 25. Ritual Second Wind is blocking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Drawing a bunch of cards, doing, let's see, 7 procs of 5 damage to 35 damage. So it sets up really well for Ritual Dagger and might draw Ritual Dagger. So let's give it a shot. Oh, I guess I misunderstood how Second Wind interacts with Feel No Pain and Juggernaut. I think it does actually proc twice per card, rather than once plus once per card. Which I guess is better for me, so it made my math wrong, but I guess I'm not sad. I don't think any of these are good. Pummel says exhaust on it, but we don't play a lot of attacks per turn, and we don't lose health from a card, so I think we'll see now. Upgrade 2 of our scant remaining attacks. We could have one last shot at apparitions. We're pretty happy about apparitions, I think. They exhaust. We have exhume. I think it's worth skipping a store. We don't really need the store. It is apparitions. Okay. Help block first while we're getting set up. It takes a big chunk of current HP, but it's worth it. Okay. Are we upgrading an apparition? Unupgraded apparitions with Snecko Eye are really dangerous because you can end up in a situation where you can't play it, but then it goes away if you don't play it. So I think upgrading apparitions is pretty high priority. So let's do that. All right. We don't need 2 evolves. We don't need to block this turn. Getting Dark Embrace set up would be nice. We can just get rid of Burning Pact now to get cards. Clothesline Plus is good for next turn. Or good for future turns, I suppose. Alright. Awkward early apparition. I guess we can use it to draw a card. I would rather play the Shockwave for an effect. I guess I could do that now. Play Shockwave, draw a card with 1 energy. Nah. Alright, bunch of 0-cost powers. I guess we'll play them. Alright, everything else in the hand is free. So let's go after one of these torchy boys. No Juggernaut yet, so we're not doing damage with our block. I would like to get Juggernaut down, but I also don't want to die. Maybe Apparitions was a mistake. I guess I'd never die because I have Explosive Pot. So let's see what it is. Hit the Apparition, so we're definitely not dying. Okay. Alright. A Strike can kill that guy. This Apparition we don't have to play. Let's go ahead and kill both Torch Heads, if we can. Okay, great. He's about to debuff us, so it's important that we have the minimum damage coming in. Alright, free Shrug It Off. We could play Evolve first. It could hit a Clothesline or a Strike. I guess we play Strike and then we play Evolve and then we Shrug. Okay. Oh wait, no, we have a Defend too. I didn't see there was 2 1-cost cards. Okay, we'll Shrug first then. Alright, Evolve. The Clothesline. I think we need to... Oh, we're dead. We can Clothesline with Energy Pot. I think that's the most block we're gonna get. Not a good pendant target, but it doesn't matter because we are dead. Runs over. Maybe those operations were a mistake. Maybe the only way we were surviving was by having a big health total to buffer for us while we set up. Yeah, apparitions plus Snecko Eye is sometimes not good. I'm not sure why we lost that fight. It really felt like we were really strong going into it. We like took a Mega Elite and just like dunked on regenerating Book of Stabbing. That wasn't a problem at all. I have to admit I'm pretty surprised we lost that. What happened? I guess there was just a gap turn, right? Like he debuffed us and then he hit us really hard and we couldn't block. I think we just added too much stuff to the deck. What was in our hand when we died? I guess just strikes, huh? We just had too many strikes in the deck. I said I was going to remove strikes and then I never did it. And this whole archetype around Rampage was trying to get to a really low deck size. So we needed to get rid of those strikes and didn't prioritize it enough. I went to a bunch of shops. There was even a shop offered right here that I could have gone to and removed a strike. We had 200 money. I just figured wasn't quite enough value. Yeah, maybe if we'd found the medical kit, or if we'd gotten the medical kit. Medical kit would have been so good in this deck. Oh my god. With power through, get 2 wounds, draw 4 cards with it, Dark Embrace. Jeez. What could have been